The townspeople gathered around the wooden post, shouting insults. A young woman stood tied to it, her dress torn, her face streaked with tears and dust. "Please, let me go," she cried, her voice cracking under the noon sun. No one moved. They called her a thief, a liar, someone to be shamed. The sheriff watched from his chair, pretending to care. Then came the sound of spurs clinking, steady, deliberate. A cowboy in a dusted hat stopped his horse at the edge of the crowd. His gray eyes scanned the scene, settling on the trembling girl. "Who did this?" he asked quietly. The sheriff spat into the dirt. "Town justice," he said. "She stole from the general store." "Did anyone prove it?" the cowboy asked. Silence followed. The sheriff's grin faltered. The cowboy stepped closer, cut the ropes with his knife, and caught the girl as she fell into his arms. "Can you walk?" he asked. She nodded weakly. Wrapping his coat around her, he led her away as whispers they walked until the town faded behind the hills. The girl's bare feet stumbled over rocks, and the cowboy slowed his pace. "You got a name?" he asked finally. "Lydia," she whispered. "They said I stole a loaf of bread, but I was hungry." The cowboy didn't answer right away. "You got family?" "None left." Her voice trembled. He nodded and pointed toward a small cabin by the creek. "You'll stay there till you heal." "My name's Cole." Lydia stared at him, unsure whether to trust. Men had only ever hurt her. But this one, this quiet man, had eyes that didn't judge. When he handed her a cup of water, she realized her hands were still shaking. That night, by the fire, she asked softly, "Why'd you help me?" Cole looked into the flames. "Because I once knew someone who begged for mercy and got none." His tone was heavy, haunted by memories. Lydia turned her face away, tears sliding down her cheeks. For the first time in years, she didn't feel alone. By morning, rumors had spread like wildfire. The cowboy took the thief. People whispered. The sheriff was furious. "He's harboring a criminal." Cole ignored the talk. He taught Lydia how to tend horses, mend fences, and cook stew over an open fire. Slowly, her laughter returned, soft and rare. But peace never lasts long in a small town. One evening, a group of men rode up to Cole's ranch. Their leader shouted, "Hand her over, or we'll take her ourselves." Cole stepped outside, rifle in hand. "No one's taking her." Lydia ran to the porch, her heart pounding. "Cole, don't." But he stood tall. "I won't let them touch you again." The men laughed until they saw the fire in his eyes. "You'd fight for her," one sneered. Cole's voice dropped low. "For her, and for every soul you've ever broken." The standoff hung heavy in the air. Then, one by one, the men turned their horses and left. Lydia's knees gave out, and she wept as Cole wrapped his arms around her. Days later, the storekeeper's wife came to the cabin. Her face was pale, her hands trembling. "It wasn't her," she said. "My son confessed. He took the bread, not the girl." Cole's eyes darkened. "Then why didn't you speak sooner?" Tears filled the woman's eyes. "Fear." The sheriff said to stay quiet. Lydia stepped forward. "Please, just tell the truth." That night, Cole saddled his horse. "Stay here," he told her. "This ends tonight." He rode into town under the stars. When he returned, the sheriff's badge lay in his hand, smeared with dust. Justice had been served. Lydia stood silently by the door, eyes wide. "You risked everything for me," she whispered. Cole smiled faintly. "You deserved someone to believe you." Weeks passed. The town grew quieter, and Lydia no longer hid her face. She helped the local children, baked bread for neighbors, and slowly became part of the life she'd once been cast out of. One evening, as the sun sank behind the hills, she found Cole fixing a fence. "Cole," she said softly. He looked up. "I never thanked you for saving me." He smiled. "You saved yourself. I just cut the rope." She took his hand. "Maybe it's time to start over. Together." He hesitated, then nodded. The setting sun painted the sky gold as he whispered, "Reckon that sounds just right." As the wind rustled through the prairie, the same people who once called her a thief now smiled when they saw her walk hand in hand with the cowboy. The girl who once begged for mercy had found not only freedom, but love strong enough to silence an entire town.